We're going to try Upload Labs today, which I would describe as an abstract factory builder. It's kind of like Factorio meets Shapes meets Scratch for programming. It's free to play on Steam right now. Let's get to it. Okay, start a connection by dragging the download speed output into the text downloader. Now let's add a node uploader. Okay, move the uploader to the indicated location. Okay, there you go. Connect your download files up to the uploader to the input file. Okay, cool. Now connect your upload speed to the uploader. Let's add a node to collect the money acquired from uploading. Okay, cool. And now we connect the output money. Right, so we're earning some money. That's all there is to it. Okay. Right, now we're on our own. So we've got a network that's giving us download speed and upload speed. We can upgrade money. This is giving us 8 money per second. Apparently we have 300 money. How do I see? Oh, money here, 0. How do I use this? How do I acquire this? Oh, collect. There's a button that says collect. Okay, so that's giving me the money. So now I can use this to upgrade this. Now everything happens slightly faster. Cool, let's do it again. Right, what have we got? We have network, uploads files using upload speed in exchange for money, download text files. Okay, so these are all the things that we already know about. Utilities, collector, inventory, stores resources of the same type and combines them in a single output, splits resources into 2 different outputs, stores files of the same type. Okay, cool. I think we need some upgrades. Premium texts, increase the value of text files by 100%, and CPU unlocks the process. Okay, so let's collect some more money and get ourselves premium files. Okay, I guess we can go ahead. Are these, I guess the nodes aren't free, or are they free? Uploader, downloader. Can I get another network? No, it seems like you just get one network. Can I drag this here as well? To the downloader? Ooh, yes. Okay, cool. So I guess it's kind of distributed between the 2 things. So let's just create a parallel version of this. That goes into the input file here. We need some upload speed. Did this actually do anything for us, is the question. This is saying 8 bits per second, 8 bits per second. Okay, so it's just shared, so actually having 2 of these is not giving us any benefit at the moment. I mean, definitely upgrading the network is going to be helpful. I feel like the CPU is probably a good thing to aim towards. So let's get ourselves the CPU. Oh, hello. What are you? Oh, free money. Oh no, not money. Something else. Still don't really know what this currency's for, but I guess we'll find out as we unlock more stuff. So yeah, I think the CPU is going to be the play. Let's collect this money and buy ourselves a CPU. Right, what are these? Provides clock speed, sells clock speed in exchange for money. So, do you need network? It doesn't seem like you need network. So, clock speed in, and that just gives us money. Nice. Ah, and we have this. We can spend our plus upgrades. So what have we got? Ah, these are quite expensive. Auto collector, which automatically collects inserted resources. That'll be good because I'm already getting a bit frustrated having to press the collect button here. Now, money. Ah, but this needs to go into a collector as well. Okay. So we need a collector for that. It seems like it can just kind of hang around in here forever, which is nice, but we do want to get access to it at some point. So let's get ourselves one of those. And we can collect that. Okay, so we're getting plenty of money. This is saying, oh, I see, 200 per second. This is 32 per second, but that's because this process takes some time. Okay, interesting. So actually the CPU is already kind of eclipsing all our text stuff, but that's partly because our network is so slow at the moment, and the texts themselves are not very valuable. So what's more, it doesn't really tell us what that's worth, but I feel like doubling the value of text is more valuable than increasing this because it's not going to double. Yeah, exactly. So if the upgrade on the text is cheaper, then it's probably better to buy the text than the network. Although the network's probably going to come in handy for other things later. Maybe we don't want a tunnel vision on text because this is probably like the most basic resource that's not that valuable. Given that this network speed is shared, let's simplify our lives. Let's get rid of these guys so that we can focus in on what's actually important at the moment. So we just have one process that's doing text downloading, and that's going into this collector. And we have one actual process, I guess, that is just selling clock speed to people. Okay, what can we buy? Multiplicatively increases money gained from the processing seller by 100%. Okay, good to know. Is there a way of joining these 2 collectors together? I wonder. Do we have to unlock that? Let's get the money. And we said premium texts is good. Okay, uploaders pass, we can afford now. Unlocks the request uploader, which allows for requests to be uploaded in exchange for tokens. Ah, cool. We do want tokens for like the actually good unlocks. So let's get one of these. And I guess for now we'll earn some more money as well. So we have new network nodes. Network uploader, request uploader, downloads. Okay, uploads requested files. Can we just do this with our text files and give that our upload speed? No, I guess we need any documentation of this. Upload requested files in exchange for tokens. What is a request? Okay, this isn't... Oh no, hang on, this is giving us something. Very slowly though. Maybe if we delete this, this is going to go faster. And we can upgrade this guy as well. Don't really understand what's going on with this one yet. I don't know what a requested file is. Let's get that, let's get this. Input currency. Oh, you can collect multiple... Ah, awesome. Okay, cool. Right, so we don't need to do that on this one, but it's good that a collector can collect multiple things. So if we did still have the text uploaded, then we could attach it to this collector. Okay, we're figuring this out. So premium texts would be helpful, but the processing value, this feels like the one that's generating like the bulk of what's going on. So let's get that. Okay, yeah. Probably the right call because that now costs a ton more. Ah, add core or upgrade on the processor. That's going to be good. Are we just clicking buttons? Are we just clicking upgrade buttons to make the numbers go bigger? That might be what's happening. Let's see. Auto collector, we definitely want this, but we don't have a way of getting tokens. Hopefully we find out about tokens when this reaches 100. So let's keep focusing on the network to try and make this process a bit faster. And I want to... How do I delete this guy? Oh, there you go. Just click on it. So we're funneling our money into the network to try and figure out what happens when text goes to 100. What other upgrades do we have while that's going on? Antivirus unlocks the virus scanner, which scans files for viruses, increasing their value. Image downloader. Okay. Right, text completed. Now what do we do? While we figure out what that does, let's not waste time. Let's put another uploader here and funnel our uploads into that, and then that can go in here. We have text completed. And then what? Uploads requested files in exchange for tokens. I feel like we need to know what a requested file is. Am I missing something obvious here? How do we get ourselves something that interacts with requests? So this is giving 452 money per second, this is giving 400 per second. So now the network is overtaken, but we can upgrade this for cheap. So let's collect this and upgrade that, that's now double. Right, requests, what's going on with the requests? Okay, we can buy things, cool. Ah, there is a guide, okay. Collecting spawns, yeah, completing achievements. Fulfilling upload requests. Completing upload requests is another way to earn tokens, and you can buy them. Still doesn't seem to tell us... Oh, I want to remove these right for now. Get rid of this to make this faster. Unlocks the image downloader, antivirus. That sounds worthwhile. So, CPU, antivirus. Scanned files are worth 4x more. Infected files are worth 4x less. So this requires clock speed. So I guess we want to download the file, then scan it for viruses, and then that gives us either good files or bad files. And I guess we only upload the... we can have an uploader for both, right? Yeah, I guess we want to upload the ones they're worth 4x less. I guess if we had the network splitter, we'd prioritize the network bandwidth on the uploader for the good files. But for now, I think we still want to upload... Well, we'll see what the bottleneck is, right? So we want a network input there and an input file there. That's giving us money. What could go right? Okay, we got an achievement for that. So this is giving us 250 per second. This is giving us 1k per second. They're still going quicker than the virus scanner at the moment because of the clock speed. I guess. So I think this is still the right play. Yeah, we can kind of see here that uploading virus scanned files is the most efficient at the moment. Let's take this. Let's keep upgrading the network in that case. Still want to figure out how to interact with this request uploader. Ah, we can take these. Nice. This is, yeah, this maybe gives us a kind of path to prioritize. So download all file types simultaneously, remove viruses from an infected file. Okay. So we're looking for a virus fixer or something. Let's get the auto collector. I'm already getting bored of clicking collector. So that's a utility, auto collector. We need to group them. I guess this goes here. This goes into the auto collector. No, again, we can do the same thing. And this goes here, and then this collector gets binned off. 1 out of 46. Oh my god. This is going to get massive. Right, we're still on text files at the moment, I think, given that that's the one that's giving us the most money per second. So let's keep doing that. I guess I can unlock the image downloader at 600. So let's do that and see what's going on. Okay, anything related to requests here? What is request? Is a star? There's no star. Okay, this request uploader is going over there while we focus on the main network. Let's keep upgrading this. That's going to help the virus scanner go faster. Okay, the interesting thing there is that upgrading the processor made the text file still more efficient rather than selling the processors. What's the bottleneck here? It feels like the virus scanner is going quicker than the text downloader at the moment. So would it... What happens when you upgrade this? I guess we keep upgrading this until the... Is there a limit? No, it can do 3.61. Okay, I guess we keep upgrading this until 3.61 is bigger than the number on the virus scanner. I think we're aiming towards the image downloader, and let's see what's going on. So we want to download. These are much bigger. So what's the deal with images? Value 160k, value 100, and they're 10 kilobytes. So what's that? That's 10 times would be what? So it's 100 times bigger than this, but they're worth way more than 100 times as much. They're worth like 1,000 times as much, 1,600 times as much. So probably we want to be deprioritizing text and prioritizing the images. I guess the images can still have viruses, so let's scan those for viruses. That's going to want some clock speed as well. It's going to want this image, and let's get 2 more uploaders. In fact, is this? Are we now at the state? Yeah. I think we just want 2 more uploaders. I was wondering if we wanted to stop uploading the virus files, but I think we still do want to upload them. So let's do those. Upload speed goes over here. I guess eventually we get like a virus cleanser, and those go to a different path. But for now, we don't have one of those. So that's going in here. So yeah, so images take a very long time. This has one kind of in the backlog. Yeah, what does it say? Here we go. The proof's in the pudding. So the image is giving us 5.78k per second, even though it's going to come in one massive batch rather than instantly, basically instantly, like the text files. So I think we want to keep upgrading the network because that's the bottleneck on the image, right? The virus scanner seems to be able to handle that with the current processor. So let's keep doing that. I do wonder if it would be better to just stop doing text entirely. But I think we value the consistent money for now. And then maybe eventually we stop doing text. Unless we figure out what requests are, and then we need to funnel different file types to there. Okay, so we could increase the value of the processing seller, but I think we're probably getting more use out of it for virus scanning. So let's keep funneling the processing power into the virus scanner. But like I said, I think we're bottlenecked on network speed at the moment, so let's keep the network speed going. Yes, we're definitely bottlenecked on that because the text 5.1 5.11 per second, and the virus scanner is doing 5.11 per second. So let's have a look at what we can aim towards. These upgrades, I think we do want the GPU. We want to see what's going on with that. That's probably going to be helpful for the images, I suppose. Yeah, I'm just going to let that run, and we're going to buy the GPU and see what's going on with the GPU. Okay, so we can afford the GPU. Let's buy that and see what's going on with that. So, provides GPU speed, uses GPU speed to mine Litecoin, a coin with low volatility. Okay, so there's more currencies. So let's start mining some Litecoin. Oh, it's the real Litecoin logo as well. So GPU goes in here. That gives us some Litecoin. And what do we use that for? Low volatility sells for 1.2. Oh, that's a ton of money. Holy crap. Right, we want another auto collector, I guess. What was that? Utilities auto collector. Can we? We need to sell this somehow. We've got Litecoin, but we can't collect it. So, crypto seller sells coins in exchange for money. So we put the coin in. Oh, and we get to choose when to sell based on the value. Okay, it's low volatility, which means the price shouldn't change that much, right, over time? Okay. Right, let's sell this. Oh, cool. Yeah, so Litecoin's super valuable. Okay, we sold at the perfect time. If only I could do that in the real world. Processing value, yes, okay, cool. Antivirus Plus unlocks the quarantine, which removes viruses from files for increased values. That's where it's going to get interesting, right? Because we're going to start having multiple paths off these. So I think we're aiming towards 120 million. What's the most efficient way to get to 120 million? Well, Litecoin is good for us at the moment. Let's sell that. That seems high. Which means, I guess we want to upgrade our GPU cluster when we can. I don't think there's any benefit to putting... I think it'll be the same thing, right? If we split this off, it'll just go down. Yeah, okay. So let's bin that. We're looking for GPU upgrades, which means we want 16 million. Is it worth spending 2.6 million on this at the moment? Well, this is giving us, what, about 15k per second or something? This is giving us 1.2 20 times a second, so 200, what's that, 160k a second? Okay, so this is definitely the fastest, so I think we just beeline for the GPU cluster at the moment. What's going on with this 60/200%? I guess that's some properties of how the market evolves. And we can probably... Oh, so its value currently, I guess, is 50% out of 200%. So it can range between 600k and 2.4 million. And at the moment, it's on the high side. So let's sell that, and now it goes down. I guess after we sell, it goes down. So we can probably safely sell anytime above 100. Anyway, we got 16 million, so let's upgrade the GPU cluster. Now we're getting twice as much Litecoin. That's good. Again, I think we've figured out what value means, so we're going to wait always until it's over 100. In fact, given that it's low volatility, maybe we just kind of let it hang around until it gets to 150 or something. What else can we do? I think the crypto is very valuable, right? So we want more crypto. So Tether, a stable coin that is automatically converted into money, we can get for 150 of the special tokens. Yes. Automated crypto seller, that would be good. But I think at the moment we're... Oh, there we go, we're high. So we sold that. We're... Right, now we have 10 million. Are we going for 64 million here? Or I think we keep upgrading this for the time being, given that it's quite low compared to the GPU. Our crypto is hanging around at right at the bottom, so we're waiting for that for a while. Are we bottlenecked on CPU yet? We don't seem to be. The fact that we're not bottlenecked on CPU makes me wonder if the processing seller... okay, cool. We can see exactly how much spare CPU we've got. We've got 266. That makes me think that we wanna keep selling more. Right, yeah, and this is exponential, and these are really cheap at the moment, so we go for it. So this is now 4k per second. Still feel like our crypto is... Oh, we missed an opportunity there. I still feel like our crypto is the highest, 0.1 per second, average value of 120k per second, compared to these, which are, you know, on the order of 25k or something. I wonder if we could group them to make it easier to see. If we group these like this. So output here. Yeah, okay, this is going to make it easier to see what's going on. So we want money going in here. And then get rid of these, and then we auto sell. Okay, so this lets us see, okay, it's exactly 21k per second, whereas this we think is on the order of 120k. So this is way more efficient for us at the moment. So crypto all-time high, sell that. That has given us access to new upgrades. Research for 1 bill. We're a little way off just saving up for that, right? We still reckon these are 120k, whereas images are 10k. But for 5 mil, I still think we go for the GPU cluster, right? This is now 240k per second. Yeah. More if we wait, if we're really patient and we wait to go to the top. So let's do that. So 1 bill. At the moment, how long would 1 bill take us? 240k, that's 1 mil every 4 seconds. So 4,000 seconds, which is just over an hour. That's probably too far away for us to aim towards, so we need to make this more efficient. 256 is a long way away, which means that we're kind of focusing on the less good, as it were, areas here, which means probably images. So yeah, I think images makes sense to go in for. And what's that doing us now we're at 30k per second, which is not nothing. We're still bottlenecked on network, so upgrade network. Why didn't that go down? I expected that to go down because I thought the text downloader and the image downloader would go faster, which would use more clock speed. Oh, it's just shared equally. Right, then maybe we can get away with another processing seller. Let's try that. What's that under here? Yeah, processing seller. Okay, so that goes in here. That's inventory. We can't add more to that. For now, let's put it in the auto collector, but I think eventually we have more inventories or we upgrade the inventories or something. So now what's going on? This is 200. And we can still process all of the text and images at the rate that we're getting them. Oh, no, we can't. Okay, this is storing 48, is it? Input is 49 per second. Ah, an image, this is 0.101 per second. Okay, I totally misunderstood how this worked. We are 100% bottlenecked on processor speed. This is only giving us 3.2k per second, and the other ones are way more valuable to us at the moment, so let's get rid of these. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I didn't understand how these numbers interacted. So yeah, so the output here is 2 per second, this is 14.4 per second on the input, so we need way more processing speed. 4 seconds, 7.22, we're getting there. And now this is a much more respectable 209k per second, whereas this is still sort of 240k per second. But we're at an all-time high. So let's keep doing this. Now 14.4 per second, and then half of this is 7.22. Okay, cool. Now we're back in the area of this adding up to the number here. So this is basically peak capacity based on our network, which is still 209k per second. I guess we've got a big backlog though. The backlog is going down at a fair rate, which means that we're handling that okay. Could we get away with another processing seller then? I see that obviously because we don't have the network splitting and the CPU splitting, we can only like third this. But see, I added that and the virus scanner's still handling the input at the same rate, and the backlog's going down, which means that was okay. The backlog's going down quite slowly, which makes me think that a second processing seller would be overkill. Let's find out. No, it still works. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Let's keep going. Let's add another one. See if that's going to work. Right. That finally pushed us over the edge, which means that one needs to get binned, and we're going to have another inventory up here for the processing cellars. And this is our processing seller inventory, which means I guess it goes on top, going into the auto collector. So, right, so processing selling, we're getting 51k, files, we're getting 200k, and this is on the order of 240k per second, but possibly all the way up to 480k per second if we're selling at opportune times. Right, so we're not bottlenecked on processor anymore, we're probably bottlenecked on network. That goes up to 20.4, this can't handle it, which means we disable one of these. Now it can handle it. Okay, starting to get the hang of it. Add a core, that's cheap, so we definitely do that, right? That can go fully into processor selling, I suppose. Okay, add core 1 billion, upgrades. We're not bottlenecked on that at the moment. Given that that was cheap, no, add GPU is not cheap. And upgrading it's a while off. We're still looking for research. Oh, antivirus. Given that now files are worth more, maybe antivirus is worth investing in. I think premium images probably is. Now we're at 377k. Okay, yeah, so premium images is very valuable to us right now. And that means that antivirus is probably interesting too. Although, if we could double crypto, there's so many things that are valuable. Right, okay, where are we at? We're aiming towards research, but we think antivirus is probably a big enough unlock in the short term that we're going to go for that. And processing value, because we have an extra core, we could get away with based on this. So how much is processing value? 26 mil, I think we go for that. And then next we go for antivirus, and then research after that. So we know what we're going to be doing with antivirus. That means we need a bit of space, because antivirus is going to end up taking... I'm assuming it takes the corrupted file, the virus infected file here, and some clock speed, and it processes that, and then we send it to the upload. So let's make some space for our virus scanners, and yeah, I'm going to let that run till 120, and we'll buy the virus scanner. Okay, so we have 120 mil, so let's get antivirus plus. That gives us quarantine, removes viruses from files. Infected files are worth 4x less, so let's do that. So yes, we need some clock speed, which we'll take from the one that's currently fully going to the processing seller. It needs the infected file as the input, so this isn't going directly to the uploader anymore. It's going to the quarantine, and then that's going in here. Okay, and then we do the same thing for the text. So we need a quarantine. That gets this, it takes the infected file, and then that's outputting there. So where are we at? So clock speed, this is doing 10.2 per second, this is 10.2 per second. Let's try, see if we can get away with more processing sellers on that, because I feel like given that only half the files are going into quarantine, then we should be able to sell a bit more spare processing power. So for the second core, what happens here is still 10.2, so that's going in here. Cool. Right, network is still the main bottleneck, and that did send us over the edge where we're building a backlog up here again. But I think we're going to get away with just upgrading the processor rather than moving around how our processing sellers work. And let's see, this is all working just fine. We have 2 processing sellers on the second core, 1 on the top core, but I think, yeah, when we upgrade this, yes, we're back to even again. So that's working just fine. We're getting 341k a second from the processing sellers, a millisecond from the files, and 240k a second from the Litecoin. So yeah, we're definitely more efficient with the files at the moment. This is at an all-time high though, or max value, so we'll sell that. As soon as we sell, it drops down to 0. So I guess you kind of wait for it to get to the top, and then you sell, and then it goes to 0 and goes up. And because it's low volatility, it hangs around there for a while. Maybe with other crypto types, it wouldn't work quite as nicely. Right, so we're... cool, it says the total amount per second here, so 1.57 mil. Is that including crypto? No, it's just including the auto collection stuff. So we are looking for a bill at 1.5 millisecond plus 240 for this. So like, let's call it 2 millisecond. That would be 500, which is about 10 minutes. Could do that. Let's click on premium images, see how that gets us. Yeah, so it's going to be about 10 minutes for research if we don't press any other buttons. That doesn't feel like we want to wait 10 minutes for. So let's find an opportunity to make the rest of it more efficient. So processing seller is currently giving us 350-ish per second. For 260 mil, we could get that up to, we could get another 350 per second. If we click this, then we're only impacting the 1.4 mil, and we might need more processing power. I think we click on the processing value button, and then, although this is tempting as well, no, I guess we don't really want to upgrade the GPU unless we get the crypto value one. So I think we click on the processing value button, and then maybe wait for research, or am I being too scared there? This upgrade doesn't seem as valuable as the processing value. This upgrade could be, it's hard to say. We are getting most of our money from the files at the moment, so maybe we press this button, and this went up to 2 mil. Okay, so that's giving us like 200, that's about the same value as the processing seller upgrade would be. Which means that this is better value to upgrade at the moment, at least while it's cheaper than the processing seller. But let's see what the new upgrades are available. Okay, we have new currencies. We have this, which I guess is the research currency, and then sound, which I guess is much more valuable than images. What's this? Oh my word. Oh, we have a tree. I love it when games just kind of progressively reveal new stuff to you. Okay, what's going on here? Use research points to permanently unlock new features. Parallelism. Don't really understand what that means. Unlocks the verifier, which validates file integrity, converts upload speed into download speed, and download speed. That seems useful. Yeah, I guess because of the processing, we're not... At the moment, we're processing everything as quick as possible, but maybe eventually we produce more things that we want to upload than we want to download. Okay, we still need to unlock research. I guess this is the game giving us a hint that actually, yeah, aiming for research is a good idea. Unlock synchronizer nodes allowing CPU cores and GPUs to work synchronously. I guess that means you can kind of add these together. If you have one, you know, if you want your virus scanner to work really well, maybe you can send both clocks to it. Right, but we said that this is the most efficient use of money for now. We're still beelining towards research, but that's 335. We think processing value gives us another 340. Processing value might be the answer, although now we can't sell as much anymore because we're now not processing these as quick as we could. We're building up a backlog of them. We can virus scan them as quick as we need. Maybe that means... How have we got this? We've got this one split in a third. And this one split into... You know what? I'm going to press this button. It's going to solve all our problems. And it's also going to increase the value of the spare processing power by 682k. So, yes. Given that I've pressed that button, and we're using all our processing power, now I definitely think processing value is the next play. So we click that. That gives us another 700k. And then... we wait for research, I think. Another 700k would be 4 millisecond. So research would be 250 seconds. So, 4 minutes or so. That doesn't seem too bad. So yes, let's get 260, press this button, and then wait 4 minutes. I forgot we can sell crypto. Oh, that changes things. Do we still press the button? Yeah, let's... we're halfway now. This would probably double, right? This would... Yeah, this isn't... Crypto's not really doing it for us at the moment, is it? It's the rest of the stuff that's overtaken again. I like the idle games where... You know what? Given that I'm waiting, I'm going to press this button. I like idle games where, like, the optimal path kind of changes throughout. So, you know, files we binned off early because crypto was really valuable, and then we figured out how... maybe that was just us. Maybe just figuring out how the processes actually worked was the main learning there. But yeah, so we're getting 2.8 millisecond from the files and 1.37 from the spare processing capacity. We're at 400 mil and we're going up at a rate of knots, which means we're waiting for research, and then we're going to find out how research works. Okay, I just sold all my crypto, so we can afford research, so let's get this. Unlocks research. Hopefully that means there's something in here. Use files to generate... so instead of selling files, we generate research. Interesting. So what do we want to direct to the data lab to get research? Are these good? Is the first question. We can't see what the future ones are. Bitcoin, I imagine, is worth a lot more than Litecoin. So we probably do want to get some research going. Let's split the files in half and just kind of figure out what the deal is with research. So we are already kind of doing that here. So we upload some directly. We quarantine some. Let's just put all of these text files that are virus scanned into research. That's giving us 0.2 per second. And do we have to collect that, or is that just going up? That's an output. It's the same sort of deal. Can we auto collect that? Yes. Okay, cool. So 0.2 research per second. Let's get ourselves to Bitcoin and see how that impacts the story. That means we need way more research, right? How much does this cost? 80. That's going to help. We need way more research. What happens if we throw images in here? 0.29 per second versus 0.2. So text, even though it's not that valuable, is giving us a fairly equivalent amount of research, whereas the money from text is like 1/10 of the money from images. So let's keep uploading images, but put all of the text files straight into research. And I wonder what happens if you put... Oh, you can research unquarantined files, so that's going to be more efficient. So let's just do that, and let's get rid of this uploader as well, and send all of the text files into research for now. Oh, you can only have one of these. Interesting. Does that mean that we want to put the image in anyway because it's just slightly faster? I think it probably does, because money we're coming by quite easily. We've got crypto. We can do more. Okay, so let's revisit what we had before then. So we had an uploader and a quarantine. So we had quarantine here and uploader. I shouldn't have deleted them so hastily. Instead of quarantining and uploading these, we're gonna upload the research the virus images directly. That's giving us 0.4 per second. So I think that's more efficient because we're getting plenty of money and we want to make progress on our upload tree. So unlocks the verifier, which is what we want for Bitcoin eventually. So that's going to need 80, and I think we're getting research as efficiently as we can at the moment. I guess if we had faster downloads, then this would work quicker. So let's do this. That gives us slightly more images. It's not giving us more research per second though. Maybe it just wasn't enough to make a difference. Let's click it again and see what happens. So it goes to 0.43. They're backlogged. So this has collected 7 or 8. Okay, so the research speed is like totally bottlenecked at the moment, which means we still want to upload some of these files. Let's just try uploading them directly and just see what happens when we split these off. We can put the virus scanner back in if we want afterwards. So if half of these go in here, This is still 0.4 per second. Is this going down or up is the question. 16, 17. It seems like it's about stable at this point. It's still going up. Okay. It's still going up, which means we could try and split more uploaders, but I feel like going 2/3 on the uploaders wouldn't work. So yes, let's have our research down here so that we keep it separate from this. Let's put our virus scanner back in here, which is a CPU thing, so it goes here. Quarantine, sorry, yeah, quarantine, not virus scanner. So the images go there, that goes there, the money goes there, and we need some clock speed. Okay, so now we're getting research, I think, as quickly as we possibly can at the moment. Crypto could definitely be more efficient. That doubled it, yeah, so this went to 500k per second on average, or I guess a mil per second if we're patient. Whereas the files and money are still, the files and CPU are still kind of eclipsing that at the moment. So, what upgrades can we afford? Crypto value. Yes, it feels like crypto should start overtaking, right? Sulfur 1.2, I guess that's actually 2.4 now. Multiplicatively, yeah. Premium images are very good for us, although now we're siphoning off some of them for research. I still think it's worthwhile. Yeah, so text files, not really giving us any money, any significant money anymore. But I still value that extra research per second higher than the money from the text. Okay, we've got enough for the checks and validation, so let's get this. And what we're looking for? We're looking for a 1K, which refines files for increased research value. Okay, so this will help accelerate research. And re-download, which fixes corrupted files to increase its value. Cool. Let's have a look at the verifier. Let's figure out what's going on here. Verifies the integrity of files. Validated files are worth 4x more. Okay, we're really going to end up bottlenecking our processor on this. But let's try. 4x on the text is not going to do much for us. 4x on the images is, so let's just do it on images for now and see what happens. So we'll quarantine some. I guess you can quarantine and then verify the checksum, because that kind of converts them into the same thing. Oh yeah, so we could use this this grouper thing. Splits resources into 2 different outputs. Inventory, auto collector. There is a grouper, right? What does the folder do? So this can go in here. Right. Oh my word, this is going to get complicated. And then this can do checks and okay, yeah, so you kind of do virus scanner, the normal ones go straight in the folder, the other ones go into quarantine, and then you process everything off the back of that. So let's make some space for that and build out what a decent flow should look like. So we don't need anything to do with crypto in this area. Although that's at max value. So yeah, what's the idea? So image downloader comes in here. We've got images. We scan them for viruses. The good ones go straight in. The bad ones go to quarantine first. Get quarantine, and then they go into the folder. So this is recombining these. 4.3. Yeah, we've still got some going off into research. I think that's okay. We can experiment with that in a second. In fact, what happens if we funnel more images into... No, see, we've still got a backlog of these. I guess we can leave it disconnected even for now, but let's keep funneling some more in. So we go into the folder, and then we're gonna do the... Let's delete that. We do the checksum verifier, which needs some clock speed. We'll probably take it from the bottom one because that one's less overloaded at the moment. You still get some bad ones? Okay, so either they stay the same because the checksum's wrong, or they quadruple. We're going to sell them both at the moment because we can't do anything about a bad checksum at the moment. I guess that's where the re-downloader comes in. So this goes in here, and we need an uploader for both. And I just noticed, by the way, that this thing says research 2 on it, so we can go and investigate what types of files we've got and make sure that we've got the most appropriate one going to the researcher. So we want to upload this as well, so this goes in here, and we need network speed on both of those. And obviously we could do the same thing with text. I think text at the moment is just so not valuable for us that we're not interested in changing it, but this is how we're going to build the pipeline for future files. So do we have a bottleneck here? Money needs to go into this. So yeah, we're collecting these. Oh, the money per second went down, which means we must have a bottleneck, right? Ah, I didn't connect it. Now it's gone back to sort of a reasonable level. So let's make sure this is working. So we download the image, 1.15 per second. Okay, we're bottlenecked on clock speed here, but we can just upgrade that. Now we are no longer bottlenecked, so that's good. That gives us the quarantined ones are the bottom ones. Half of them are coming in here, and then we sum these up together. That's fine. And then this again, not bottlenecked, and then we sell them. Cool. And that gives us about what, 6 million? Hang on. These are connected twice. Okay. So this goes in here. This goes in here. Yeah, and that's giving us about 10 million per second. Awesome. Yeah, and they're so much more valuable than the text. So yeah, I think we just ignore the text for now until we need to do something about it. In fact, it does beg the question whether it's even worth running the text because it's spending clock speed when we could just be selling that. Yeah, I think it's not worth doing the text at the moment, at least unless we figure out what the deal is with requests. So I'm going to get rid of those, and I think it's more valuable to use the network traffic on images, and then the remaining clock speed on selling them. So I didn't look at this number, but I have a feeling it went up, right? 16.3 million. We're getting more on images, and I think we can optimize it a bit further to get more from selling as well. So let's try that. So where are we? This is full at the moment. Yeah, this is handling the capacity just fine at the moment, and that's from the top one. Let's add another processing seller. Where's that? Crypto seller. Ah, yeah, processing seller. Let's add another one of those to the top one. And it can no longer handle it. Great, so we can't connect that one at the moment. But we can add a new core. Let's do that. And sell that here. So a full core is worth 3.28 mil per second. Images is so much more valuable, so it's way more important to keep this not bottlenecked. So this is not bottlenecked. This is not bottlenecked. And nor is this. Oh, this one is. Yeah, okay. So we're at 22.9 millisecond if I remove this one. 27.8. Perfect. Right, we understand. So yeah, the most important thing is to keep the images not bottlenecked, or wait for the next file type. So for research, we could spend some research on doubling the download speed. Okay, images are really important, so we click the image button for sure. Yeah, so doubling the download speed would basically double our income on images, I think, because we could redirect some clock speed. So yeah, doubling download speed would take us up another 26 millisecond, which is definitely worthwhile. But it's using the same currency as research, which, you know, we wanted to head towards Bitcoin, didn't we? Let's figure out what's going on with research. So these images are worth 2. They're all worth 2, basically. Okay, so I'm starting to understand. We use the CPU and all of these things to increase the value, the monetary value, the dollar value, and we use these things, data refinement, for the research value. And I guess we've still got text over here that I can click on. I can click on this. That's only worth research 1. Okay, so images are twice as valuable for research, and given that that's the currency that we're struggling with, we still keep some going down to research. Although, we have a backlog. So let's disconnect this, let it run through the backlog, and then hopefully we remember by the time this gets down to 0. that we need to reconnect it. So this should be getting us more money and optimizing the research as well, as long as we no longer bottlenecked, which we are here now on the checks and verifier. Not bottlenecked here. Let's do the download speed, because we're going to have to change the wiring anyway at some point. So we do the download speed and then figure out what's going on. Although I kind of want to go straight in for sounds. Let's make sure we're not bottlenecked here. So I think if all of these are split like this. This one is coming from, that's split 3 ways. Let's try deleting this. This should take us up, yeah, 41. Perfect. And this is also not bottlenecked. And this is a nice number, power of 2. 2 to the 8. Right, we've got a factory. We've kind of figured out what's going on with the images. We know what we're heading towards. We're heading towards Bitcoin. If you enjoyed this, give it a like. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And let me know what you want to see next.